And welcome back to Shit They Don't Tell You, a podcast.
Hello, welcome back to Shit They Don't Tell You. I'm Nikki Limo.
And my name is Steve Green, and sometimes people call me also Mr. Green.
No one calls him that.
People call me Mr. Green. The mailman did.
He did?
Yeah.
That's true. The mailman did call me Mrs. Green once.
See? What were you trying to get at? That's weird. Anyways,
no one in our lives calls you Mr. Green, but it's okay.
So today, indeed, we are scooping from a beautiful place we call Reddit to find out if we are indeed, in fact, the asshole or not.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I'm ever the asshole.
Well, sometimes you actually are quite a bitch, I think. Not an asshole.
That's not an asshole.
Yeah, I think you're quite a bitch, though. A fucking bitch.
Definitely.
Yeah. And my mom listens to the show, so hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
And yeah, so today we are, I can't wait, actually. There's one that I'm like, oh, man.
Sherry doesn't think I'm a bitch.
Well, she talks about it behind your back.
Dang.
Quite a bit. Quite an awful lot.
I didn't know it was like that, Sherry. Damn.
So let's start off with, am I the asshole for taking back a shawl my wife made for a bride-to-be after she was uninvited to the wedding? Yeah. Right? All the cringe.
Yeah.
My wife, Lena, crochets a lot and often gifts it to friends and family. When her second oldest brother got married, she made the bride a shawl to wear over her dress in the evening. The bride loved it, and ever since then, Lena has made shawls for everyone in her family who's getting married. Now, Lena's oldest brother, George, is getting married again. Lena doesn't have a relationship with George as he was abusive to her as a child.
Oh.
But if she has to see him, then she is polite but distant with him. She doesn't want to cut off the rest of her family because of George. I work with George, and while we aren't friends, we are friendly at work. Lena encouraged this. When George got moved to my team, I was going to request a transfer, not wanting to expose Lena to George, as my team do a lot of get-togethers with our significant others. As it is a family wedding, Lena's mom asked if she could crochet a shawl for George's fiance, and Lena agreed. It was arranged that once it was finished, I would take it to work to give to George so that Lena didn't have to see him. Earlier that week, the shawl was completed, and I emailed George at work to let him know I would bring it in today as the wedding is tomorrow. When I got to work that morning, I gave George the shawl. I let him know that Lena and I were looking forward to the wedding. Come lunchtime, Lena calls me to let me know that George's fiance had called her and told her she was no longer invited to the wedding, citing the place they are having the wedding and the reception is too small for the number they have coming, so they have to make cutbacks.
What the hell?
However, I was still invited to the wedding. They made the cut. I was mad at this.
Wait, the husband made the cut, but not the sister?
Husband made the cut.
Isn't it her brother?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So the husband that works with her brother made the cut to go to the wedding, but she didn't?
Dude,
okay.
Tell me about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, however, I was still invited to the wedding. I was mad at this because they clearly only invited Lena to get a shawl, which to me is just rude. If they had asked Lena outright to make one, she probably would have done so because she loves to crochet. This bitch is just a crochet queen.
Yeah.
On my way out of work, I noticed George wasn't at his desk, but the shawl was. I was still mad that they had used Lena to get a shawl, and I just shoved it in my work bag. I left a note on his desk telling George that since Lena was no longer invited, the shawl and I would no longer be attending either. On my way home, I told Lena what I had done and asked her if she wanted to go out instead, so not to waste having a sitter. Lena was upset that I had taken the shawl as it was causing an uproar in her family group chat.
Oh my
where
God.
people were calling her petty because I took it back. Lena wants me to give it back.
This poor girl.
I don't think I should. They don't deserve Lena's kindness. However, at the same time, I don't want Lena to be upset with me over George and a shawl. Am I the asshole for taking back the shawl?
Okay, no, I don't think he's the asshole. I think it's nice that he stood up for his wife. Yeah, I think like having his wife's back was really cool. I just feel fucking bad for this Lena girl. It seems like she's like the nicest person. She got abused by her brother.
Yeah.
And then she still is being polite to him, makes a shawl for every fucking person, makes a shawl for the fiance, doesn't get invited. The husband takes the shawl back and her family's mad at her. Like it seems like she's just like
minding. And her oldest brother was the dick to her when she was a kid.
That's what I'm saying. she got abused by him.
It's like, come on, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that like she's just like minding her own business, being the polite as fuck,
and still being polite as fuck,
and getting in trouble about everything. I'd be so upset. Sounds like she is kind of
reminds me of you a little bit.
She's like kind of one not to make waves though.
True, but she reminds me of you a little bit, I have to say.
I don't know. I think I would call everyone a dick in the family chat and be like, I'm kind of petty. So
that's true. You're pretty petty.
Yeah.
Okay,
so like,
true,
I'm not really like the type to.
You're not conciliatory.
Yeah. Like I think I'm more like you in that way where I'm really polite and nice and like I'll bend over backwards and go out of my way to not make you feel bad about something, even if you were rude or like slighted me or something. I would, really just I try to give a lot of benefit of the doubt.
Same.
But in this particular, if in something like this, if I didn't even do anything wrong and then you're coming at me, like I would not sit there and take it. I wouldn't be like, give the shawl back so they stop yelling at me. I'd be like,
I'm not that good.
What?
I'm too petty.
Go fuck yourselves, actually.
One of the best compliments I've ever gotten about myself personally was, hey, I can't believe you're so nice. I thought you would be such an asshole. You know who said that to me too?
Yeah, I mean, several people have said that.
A lot of people.
Almost
have said that. Everybody that I've ever met.
I said that about you.
Who knew me through internet stuff before meeting me.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I can't believe you're so nice. I thought you were going to be such a dick. But then that's kind of tight, right? Because then the standard's real low.
I know.
All I got to do is not punch you in the fucking face when I meet you.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
I'm jealous.
Thank you.
Because you don't have to.
I got to like not leave a bag of poop on your car when I meet you.
It's like when they talk about new dads versus new moms, how like the dad just has to like be in the same room as the baby and they're like, wow, what a good dad.
Oh my God, good dad of the year.
Like the mom is like bending over backwards and if she doesn't do everything perfectly, they
Plus
just
her
come for her.
body's like fucking split in two.
She's tired as fuck.
Oh my God. And there's no borderline between her asshole and her vag anymore.
Well, they sew it up.
Well, but it's gone.
They sew it up.
For a couple hours, it's gone.
I guess.
That stayed with me.
Not everybody.
That stayed with me.
Some people, they've told me that it didn't rip. Mine would definitely.
Yeah, yours would
small.
Yours would be. Yours would be one. Yours would be one. And to look at it positively, it would be one.
It took me like
two would become one.
It took me like 2 or 3 years to even be able to use a tampon because starting, it was
people clown on me because I was on a JK episode and I was like, if we were blindfolded and then like if your chick sat on your dick, would you know? And I'm like, yes, I would. My wife's, it's very tight. It's actually extra tight. It's just different.
Great. Now the internet knows.
Well,
all my secrets.
Hey, they don't mind. Fuck you. You know what? You've been laying all my laundry out there for years.
It wasn't. I didn't.
And it's humiliating.
I didn't start the fire.
People see me as a piece of meat.
I didn't start the fire.
Okay. Well, I think we both agree.
You are a piece of meat. That's all I see you as.
Mom listens to the show. Okay. So, am I the asshole for taking the shawl back? The shawl? No way.
No.
Also, burn it all down. Around you,
but not the shawl.
Keep the shawl because that's your petty flag. Fly the flag of the petty shawl. I think
that they should go out to dinner and both wear the shawl for a picture, like take a selfie and they're both in the shawl.
Honestly, everything after that would involve the shawl.
Everything.
I would fly it like a flag.
Every family gathering, everything. I'm wearing the shawl.
It's a family heirloom now that gets passed down for generations.
For pettiness, like guys, we're meeting up with Uncle Mark again, like whatever the guy's name was, like whoever we
Uncle
don't know.
Mark's a good guess.
Yeah. So we gotta wear. We all gotta wear the shawl.
We all gotta wear the shawl.
Throughout the night, we're gonna pass around.
Hi, I'm Uncle Mark.
I was gonna say
it was an innocent name she named.
I was gonna say Uncle Tom, but then that sounded like a term that people.
You realize that I'm white though. All the names that you could name that you have named so far are in fact my uncles.
Yeah, I have an Uncle Bob. People usually say Uncle Bob.
I have an Uncle Bob.
He didn't. Bob doesn't sound like an abusive name. I feel like I was trying to think of a name, like Mark. King Mark.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounded like
if it's biblical, someone. I have it. It's my fucking family for sure.
But Mark's the worst.
Yeah, tell me.
Gotta be like the worst name.
Tell me about it. No, my Uncle Bob, though.
Yeah.
My great Uncle Bob is what I had.
I know.
But he died of AIDS.
I get it.
So thanks for bringing it up.
You've talked about it before.
No, but thanks for bringing it up.
You're welcome.
The next,
I have an Uncle Bob that lost a hand, and he's still alive and has to live with no hand.
yeah, but you didn't tell me.
So thanks for bringing it. Thanks for bringing it up.
You didn't tell me he has one hand. So when I show up there, I'm like,
I don't think about it.
and I go to shake his hand. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I see him as a normal person, just like you and me.
Not me.
I didn't even remember that he didn't have a hand.
I know. Look, Nikki gives no recon, by the way. You go to a party, you're fucked. She doesn't tell you
My
anything.
Uncle Bob doesn't have a hand. He's never had a hand the entire time I've known him.
He hasn't had a hand.
He had a hand when he was like a kid.
But I have to say, he maneuvers like no one else.
Yeah, that's
he
why
He can maneuver anything.
I always forget he doesn't have a hand.
It's like he has two hands because like that guy can grab a glass and pour you a thing of whiskey with two. And I'm like, he's like using a hand and a nub.
And he lost his right hand too.
Exactly.
And he's right-handed.
That was his right-handed. Yeah. And he's the first guy who'll laugh about it, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
The guy is the best. On Halloween, he like takes full advantage of the nub.
Yeah.
And he does like a lot of Captain Hook shit, a lot of like bloody stub shit.
Well, and they live in a beach town, so he always pretends like a shark just bit off his hand. Kids.
Uncle Bob's the best, dude. Uncle Bob, highly underrated.
Yeah,
highly underrated.
Definitely underrated.
Okay, check it out. Am I the asshole for causing everyone stress?
Air quotes. Okay.
By refusing to babysit my cousin during an emergency.
Yeah, probably.
I, 20 male, have a cousin, Michelle, 13 female, who would do or say anything for attention. She makes serious accusations. It becomes a huge thing. The lies fall apart after some investigation, and then Michelle will finally tell the truth after that she made it all up. My aunt, 44 female, uncle, 50 male, are partly to blame, in my opinion. They both say they're present. Well, that she's 13, so yeah. I'd say they're partly to blame.
Yeah.
They both say they're present since they work from home, but they're in the medical field and also consistently doing stuff for their side business. So they're rarely there for Michelle as much as they assume that they are. Anyway, last week my grandma had to go to the hospital. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but my aunt and uncle said that the hospital had a policy that only allowed 2 visitors per patient in that specific section. They begged me to watch Michelle since they think she's too young to be home alone overnight and don't trust a stranger to be alone with her for that long. Parentheses, my other aunt, uncle, and cousins who I live with were out of town, by the way. That's why they asked me. Truly a last resort. I immediately told them no and refused to even think about it. I have a strict personal rule never to be alone with Michelle because especially as a guy, I don't want to be accused of anything.
That's smart.
Right? My aunt ended up staying home with Michelle. My aunt and uncle both sent me a long text last night explaining they're extremely disappointed in me. They already took too much time off work, and I caused even more stress because my aunt wasn't able to be with her mom when she needed her. Now I feel shitty. Am I the asshole?
Wait, why didn't the dad stay home with her? If it's her mom.
Yeah.
If it's like the grandma is the aunt's mom, why didn't the uncle stay home with the girl? That's so weird.
In the parenthetical, it says my other aunt, uncle, and cousins who I live with were out of town.
No. I mean, like, okay, so it's only one of their moms.
Yeah.
You know, they're married, right?
Yeah.
So if it's her mom.
Yeah, why couldn't Uncle 50 male hang out?
Yeah, why wouldn't the uncle stay with the girl? That's weird. Okay, but probably, I don't know.
He's probably helping out.
That's just the detail that I honed in on, but it doesn't make sense to me. That's the part that doesn't make sense to me. But I totally have a cousin like this. Oh my God. And he used to name him? No. He knows who he is. But he used to lie all the freaking time. And this is the most preposterous lies. Yeah. I was like such a good kid. He said I threw him across the room.
Oh, geez.
Like me with these arms.
You have no arm. No,
you have
no arm strength. No
and
arm strength.
He's only like 5 years younger. He's like 5 years younger than me. And this was when he was like 10.
Limo, for the record, mother, if you're listening, she can only fight me off with her legs.
That's true.
She has no chance with the upper body.
It's true. I have really strong legs, though.
She's very strong
But I can't throw anyone with my legs, so his story doesn't check out. And the parents believed, I don't know if they really believed him, but they would never go against it. Like, they always, like, took his side and everything. He lied about me and my brother so many times.
Dude.
My dad even said one of his biggest regrets is like he reprimanded my brother, like he like spanked my brother off of a lie that he knew was a lie.
He knew it was a lie?
Yeah, but because he wanted my cousin to see the consequence of
that's
this
a stupid
lie.
rationale.
I know. That's why I said
that's stupid.
That's why he regrets it.
Benjamin, what are you doing?
It.
Benjamin, I know you're listening to this.
He was a young father.
Benjamin.
He regrets it.
Come on.
It's not, he didn't like, wasn't spanking hard. It was more like my brother was just in shock that he didn't get believed by my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is remarkable. Because your old man was just like, I'm going to show him something, even though I know it's wrong, that's a hilarious take.
Yeah. And then he felt bad.
That's a hilarious take, though. That's like problem solving, like using math that, I really disagree with.
He was playing chess.
Yeah.
Everyone else was playing checkers.
I'll say. He's playing Twister. Yeah, I don't think that this guy is at all an asshole. If he's seen the example of this person being a liar, I think that that's just self-defense.
Also,
it's fucked up that we have to do this, by the way.
Right.
But
I completely understand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wonder if Reddit thinks that this guy's an asshole, because unless they have a cousin like this or like someone like this in their lives, it's kind of like, it kind of seems like he's being an asshole, but like,
I just think that most people look at this situation like in the zoomed out sense, and they go, well, of course he would want to help.
Yeah.
And the only thing that would keep him from helping is a boundary like this that safeguards him from like some ridiculous thing.
I 100% agree with this guy.
And I agree with this too. I used to babysit, right, for my neighbor, and like they would have me babysit this little girl. And like, dude, it was the worst because they made me, like, I'm not kidding when I say they made me, like, you have to give her a bath at like 7 o'clock. And I'm like, God damn, dude, I don't want to give her a bath.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like fucking 3.5 years old, 4 years old.
Oh, I thought you said 7.
7 years old?
Wait, what did you say? Didn't you say 7?
At 7 p.m.
Oh, 7 p.m.
7 p.m. You give her a bath. And honestly, I'm so bad at ages, she might have been 7.
Yeah.
I just don't know. If you're under 10, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know how old my nieces and nephews are.
That's awkward.
It's so awkward.
How old were you?
I was like fucking 15 years old, 14 years old.
Yeah, that's awkward.
And so what I would do, I had to deal with her where I was like, hey, you're not like going to drown yourself if I turn around and like I pour bubble bath and then like you declothe and get in the bath and then you're in the bubbles. So like, don't drown yourself.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, she's like in the water. She's like, okay, I'm in the water. And then I'm like, cool. And then like I turn around. And it was that long.
That's also crazy that the parents were just like, yeah, 15-year-old boy.
I know, dude. Well, they knew me.
Not that you would do anything, but
I know,
like,
but they knew me enough, I guess. Because I had lived there for like, I don't know, 7 years or something.
Yeah.
But like, you still, dude, trust me. I've been around enough people in my life.
Yeah.
You don't ever completely know somebody.
Right.
You know
exactly.
You don't know what their dark intentions are or some shit.
I'd be weirded out.
I know. They got lucky because I'm like fucking squeamish. And I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy, right? And then, I would have her get in the bubbles and I'd have her tell me if she's in and then turn around. And like, that was good. But like, it was so awkward. It's just so awkward.
I get that.
Just like, why do I have to give her a bath? Can you just give her a bath in the morning or some shit?
Yeah,
like, why is it gotta be me? Why is it gotta be me? I just want to chill. I just want to chill and collect cash.
Also, her not taking a bath like one night.
It's not the end of the fucking
Not the end of the world. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just give her a bath the next morning.
Yeah, it was so...
That's weird.
I know.
I've never been asked to give a child a bath. I've babysat many times. I've never been asked to give a child a bath.
Well, it wasn't that weird in a sense because I had been through so many baths because I have 3 siblings.
Yeah. No. I mean, just weird.
But
like
weird
request.
when it's a stranger.
Yeah.
In a way, even though it wasn't. I remember when she was born.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it was like that.
Okay. Well, maybe you guys just felt closer than whatever.
Yeah,
it's just still weird. I don't know.
It was weird. It's just weird. It's just like, I'm not cool with this. It's weird. And then like even my buddy, right, who just had a kid, he feels the same way. He's like, this, I don't want to, even have any perception of anything. Mm-hmm. And we kind of create these like weird boundaries with with the friends or kids or whatever, just to make sure that we're going out of our way to prove we're not creeps.
Yeah. I don't mind that.
I don't mind it either.
Because of all the stories where it's just like people wouldn't have guessed that guy would have done it. You know, it's like, I'd rather take every precaution available.
Exactly.
But clearly the parents know that she's not completely trustworthy because she's 13 and they don't want to leave her home. Like, I've been staying home alone since I was 9 years old.
Yeah. Well, there's a cool thing now, though, where it's like trust but verify. You can like have cameras in your home and like actually see what the hell's going on. That didn't exactly exist like when we were growing up, unless like you were like a millionaire.
Yeah, so I'm even more trustworthy.
Yeah, me too.
So like how they have that technology and they still don't trust this girl to stay home alone.
I know, exactly. It's wild.
Yeah.
But that's, it's just I super relate to it.
Yeah.
Like that particular topic.
Me too.
Yeah. So am I the asshole for refusing to let my sister wear our late mom's necklace on her wedding day?
Yeah, you're probably the asshole.
Yeah, you hear that and you go,
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably the asshole.
That's what I love about this format. Okay. Sister, 22 female, and I, 26 female, lost our mom 20 years ago. So
Wait, 22 female, 26 female?
Yeah,
So she
barely knew her.
was 6 and 2. Okay.
Didn't know her. Mom had a lot of jewelry, and she had it in her will that we would get specific pieces of it. Dad remarried a year later to Jane. Probably a fake name, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Nobody's named Jane.
Sure. I always thought it was a pretty name.
It's probably fake.
Probably.
My sister considers Jane to be her mom, and Jane's daughter, Nora, 23 female, her sister. I've never heard of a 20-year-old named Nora. It sounds like an older woman.
What?
Due to her feeling like they were just mom and sister and not step, my sister has given away all the jewelry she got from mom to Jane and Nora. I always refuse to let them borrow pieces from me. Jane always rubbed me the wrong way because she said my mom was not my sister's mom anymore, and she was basically a stand-in until her real mom, her, Jane, could come into my sister's life.
That's weird.
That's a yikes.
That's super weird.
Would you say that's a yikesies McDikesies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's like some weird Stepford shit.
Fuck. Who are you convincing here, brother?
Yeah.
She said it was disgusting that I would think it a bad thing for my sister to share pretty jewelry with no real meaning with her family. She said I was the one who was rejecting a mom and sister. My sister has nothing left from what mom left her. When she was graduating high school, she was upset about not having anything to wear, or so it appeared. And she asked if she could borrow a bracelet mom left me. I was like, sure. And just give it back after. But my sister gave it to Jane after.
What?
And took months for me to get it back.
What?
I told Jane I would escalate the situation if I didn't. Everyone, meaning Dad, my sister, Jane, and Nora, thought I was shitty for that.
Why?
What? It's yours.
Yeah.
It's your mom gave you
Yeah,
that.
and like exactly.
These people are wild.
These people are weird.
Now the necklace has become an issue. It was mom's favorite piece of jewelry, and I have always worn it. I wore it on my wedding day. My sister is aware that it was my mom's favorite. She's seen photos of her wearing it. She wanted to borrow it to wear on her wedding day, and I was like, holy shit. No fucking way. I told her I made it clear after the graduation incident she was never borrowing another piece off of me again.
Yeah.
And I told her if she wants something off of mom's to wear, she should take back the stuff she gave away.
Yeah.
Fucking mint.
100%.
Mint combo. Mint.
Mint
riposte.
mate.
Mint mate, as they would say on our favorite show, Love Island. My sister lost it with me and started yelling that I've always held it against her. She didn't hold mom on a pedestal and reject everyone.
Okay,
who
so
came
why
to our
does
lives after.
why does she need the mom's necklace then if it's not on a pedestal?
Because it's meaningful to her sister.
Exactly. If it's not that important to you, and this woman was not that important to you, why does that have to be her necklace?
She said I had no right to throw that stuff in her face. Listen, my brothers wouldn't constantly tell me the Indianapolis Colts suck if they didn't know how much it hurt me.
Yeah.
Right?
It's wow.
Why would they ever talk about the Indianapolis Colts unless to tell their big brother that they suck?
Well, they do suck. So maybe they're just talking about.
Chill out.
Maybe they were just factually spitting facts.
I don't think that's why.
Maybe they just spitting.
Because why
facts.
would you just say it?
Well,
why would you say, hey, you know what? I got a random thought. The Indianapolis Colts really suck ass at
maybe
football.
I was just thinking about it that day.
No, I hope not.
Your brothers are gentlemen and scholars, so I don't see any other reason they would do that.
The evidence is stacked against me. I'm just saying, like, sometimes it's more meaningful because someone else cares more.
Absolutely.
And that's what's happening here, right?
Yeah, but I don't get why. It just seems mean-natured.
It does.
It just seems malicious.
Yep. And she says, like, you held mom on a pedestal. You're rejecting everyone who came into our lives after. She said I had no right to throw that stuff in her face. And she showed, and she should be allowed to wear something of mom's to her wedding, just like I did when I got married. She broke down and told me I was selfish and awful, and I took pleasure in doing this to her, and I sucked, and I had ruined her wedding. Am I the asshole?
No, why doesn't she ask for a necklace back from Jane? Why isn't Jane the asshole?
Dude,
I don't get it.
Why did she ask for a wedding back from the baker she gave one to?
Yeah.
Ask for her mom's ring back, right? From the fucking Uber driver you gave it to.
It doesn't make sense. It just seems like this girl just wants to take away every remnant of their mom left from the sister, from the OP.
Yeah. She's making a point.
Yeah, she's basically like, I'm going to force you to accept this lady as our mom or something.
Yeah.
By taking away all the remnants of her.
And it's, by the way, your mom's not there anymore. It's her jewelry. She has every right to do whatever she wants with it. So why the hell are you doing this?
Agreed. And it wasn't like, obviously the mom's not that important to you. So like, cause you have your real mom.
And this is from Valuable Charge 9683. If you can hear this, you are not the asshole. You are a good person.
No, not the asshole.
You are doing the right thing out there.
Do people think that she was the asshole?
No, it's a lot of, not the asshole. It's your jewelry, right?
Yeah.
Your sister can ask them if they want it. Like, your sister can just ask Jane or Nora.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like.
Ask your mom and Nora.
Yeah, ask mom.
Ask mom and Nora.
She's more of a mom to you than mom was.
Why doesn't she wear one of Jane's necklaces if that's her mom?
I love blaming like mom for dying, by the way.
Right.
It's like, well, she was more of a mom to us than mom was.
Okay,
like,
so if that's more of a mom to you, why don't you want one of her necklaces?
Exactly.
Why
That's
not
exactly right.
If that's more
It's not
special to you,
meaningful.
if she's
This
more
person's
special,
mom.
yeah, if she's more special to you, then why don't you wear one of her necklaces?
Nobody said that. That's a great point.
Dumb.
Dumb.
And on that note, we were going to a break.
And hey, folks, nothing helps the show more than if you join us on Patreon, patreon.com/sticky.
STIKKI.
You get the show a day early if you are a part of the Patreon. And also, I do a show on there called Crypto Corner every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Mm-hmm. We talk about crypto for hours and hours on end. And look, I know everyone's saying, oh my God, crypto's so dead. Yeah, it's not, assholes. $1.2 trillion market cap. Just wait 6 months from now. Watch what happens.
We also do live streams and have free roll poker tournaments.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun over there. And by the way, best Discord community.
Yes.
On human
Discord
Earth.
community on human Earth.
So with that, we will be right back.
Not on Lizard Earth.
Some would say we are on Lizard Earth, but we don't say that.
I say that.
But we don't say that.
I say it all the time.
Mark, cut that.
All the time I say it.
Cut that, Mark. That makes us look like crazies. But I believe Bob Lazar.
Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. We just want to take a break to tell you thanks for listening to our podcast. And if you want to rate it, that would be really awesome for us.
Listen, we're on break. We're not talking to you like podcast hosts right now. We're just talking to you like people.
As a friend.
And we just want to say, please rate the show because it helps out huge amounts.
Like, we're not desperate. We're kind of desperate.
We're giving shout outs right now to all the people who are giving it ratings. So huge shout out right now to Brian Jorgensen. That was sick of you, dude. Thank you. God bless. Huge shout out right now to Mark W. in Springfield, Connecticut.
Back to our podcast.
Jenny Blythe.
Hey, back to our podcast.
In Tuscany,
and
Florida.
Back to our podcast.
God bless you. Thank you.
Steven.
Thank you for supporting the show. And welcome back to the show. So, Nikki.
Yes.
My wife.
Yeah, that's me.
Am I the asshole for going to work today, meaning my wife had to move on her own?
Move their house?
Their house, yeah.
Yes.
My wife and I, both 38, moved houses after 9 years of living in the same place. It's been emotional, as it's where she gave birth to our children, 8 and 3, and we made memories there as a family. She gave birth in the bathtub and on the foyer.
Wow.
But honestly, I'm glad we are moving. We're only moving 45 minutes away, but it's much better for us. I own a small company with 6 employees, and we're short-staffed as it is. My wife and I had a moving date set, and there was nothing I could do to change it, meaning I had to take a day off work to help my wife with the move. I booked the day off in advance as soon as I knew and put in plans for my staff to keep business going as usual. Unfortunately, yesterday, the day of the move, one of my staff called in sick and said they'll be taking 2 days off until they feel better. I couldn't really do much as I was currently loading up the contents of my home into 2 moving vans. It was not ideal, but I informed my other staff who understood. My wife and I were meant to get the keys between lunchtime and 2 p.m. There was a significant delay, meaning we did not receive them until 6 p.m. For 4 hours straight. My wife and I were stressed as we thought there was an issue with our new house and we wouldn't be able to move. Despite the fact we had just sold our home to another party. They had nowhere else to go.
Right.
My wife was getting more stressed as time went on. We still had to feed and settle our kids, and we didn't even have beds or mattresses for them to sleep on yet. At one point, she was almost in tears. I was stressed too, but tried to reassure her everything would work out. We finally got the keys, but we were exhausted. And after a long day, we got the essentials out of the moving van, such as beds for our kids, some clothes. I ran to the shop to get something for dinner. I tried to settle them as quickly as possible, But as you can imagine, our 3-year-old was tired and cranky. This is just like us, but with cats.
Uh-huh.
We left everything else in the moving vans for the evening and agreed to just do it all the next day. This morning, I got dressed for work. My wife stopped me immediately. She told me I'm selfish for going to work today, as the vans had to be returned by a certain time, and there's no way she could move everything in just a few hours.
That's true.
I told her I had to go to work today as a manager who's already down on staff. One of my other workers had a midwife appointment that she had scheduled in weeks ago and could not miss, meaning we would be even lower on numbers. And after checking in yesterday, they struggled quite a bit with the workload, meaning I need to be back as soon as possible. My wife said I'm an asshole, so we don't even have to ask if she thinks he's the asshole. She thinks that he's the asshole.
Yeah.
In fact, expecting her to move all of our belongings and take care of our 2 kids, and that I would have to take all morning off at least. Unfortunately, my worker's midwife appointment was scheduled for the morning. I went to work anyway. Basically told my wife, deuces. I'll be home around lunchtime to help. But she texted me saying she will have it finished at this point, so don't bother.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole?
Yes.
But Nikki.
Hire freaking movers. Hire a TaskRabbit. Like, solve the problem. I don't understand why you couldn't. You see here, sometimes I have to stop Steve from solving the problem because I just want to vent. But like,
That's true.
don't what like
That's true.
when like I don't get it. Like, solve the fucking problem.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm like, that is a hard problem.
Like, this one is just like, this one I'm just like, how could you not just solve the problem? Just hire.
But work was stressed.
Hire 2 TaskRabbits.
The workload was. Are you not hearing him? The workload.
Right.
Can I just put it right in the mic? Was a lot that day. You understand now?
Yeah.
You get it now?
Yes.
So why is he the asshole?
He's the asshole.
I think you're the asshole.
Why didn't he just swing by Home Depot and pick up some day laborers?
For programming.
For programming?
I don't know. I literally don't know.
No, for unpacking the fucking moving vans.
I know.
Oh, you mean like they were gonna staff on
for
his
work? Yeah. Can you imagine? They show up and try to manage his company.
Yeah.
I would love that.
And he's the one moving.
Yeah,
Like,
he's the
why
one moving, and he's like, yeah, I'm pretty good at problem
At
solving.
least that would have been a solution.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
like something.
Because you know what it is? It's emotional. His wife wants to see him there helping, obviously.
Okay, but so at least he can say he exhausted his resources.
Yeah. And so have those guys go work for him, do coding or whatever. He picks them up from Home Depot or Lowe's.
You know, husbands can be fucking assholes though when moving. For example, I
Let's do it.
had COVID and had to pack our entire condo.
How many times did you had COVID? Let's give all the information.
This was a bad one.
Let's give all the information.
What?
Let's give all the information.
What's all the
How
information?
many times did you had COVID at that point? 4 times?
No.
3 times?
This is like the
3.7 times?
second or third time?
Yeah, and guess
second or
what?
third.
COVID's kind of weak on you.
No.
Yeah,
This
COVID's
one,
kind of weak on.
No, you're doing this to gaslight me, but like I full on passed out trying to pack the first day because I like couldn't get out of bed, and I tried to pack anyway because I hate not getting shit done.
Yeah.
And we had a deadline.
Yeah.
And I passed out, like I like fell over because I couldn't. The first time I had COVID, I painted the whole house. It wasn't a big deal at all. Like, zero big deal at all.
Legit.
But
Like, it was like unbelievable.
But this one,
She painted the whole house without even a painter's mask.
it didn't
was
even
amazing.
matter. But this
It's
one,
like the snot in your nose was like the painter's mask.
this one was taking me out. This one was like, I couldn't even get out of bed to go downstairs to get water.
Yeah.
It was fucking awful. And all I asked Steve to do was pack up his office. And he didn't do that until the day before we moved.
Yeah, and guess what? It all worked out pretty good.
Yeah, because I packed up the entire rest of the house.
All worked out pretty damn good.
You didn't even help at all.
Pretty fucking good. No, what actually happened, so just so people understand the actual context here, my wife is a bitch. So now people know.
Am I the bitch?
No, truly though, we got movers, and like their whole thing, if you look at it, is like, we'll pack you up and move you.
How long did it take them to move after I packed everything up?
It took forever.
It was all day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it took forever.
Whoa, what if they had to pack everything up?
But they did.
They didn't.
They sure did. In my office.
Stupid fuck. I hate him.
I'm just saying.
I don't get this guy. Fuck this guy. Fuck, why didn't he hire movers or like anyone? Literally anyone.
Fair.
What do they move to the boondock? Like, even if they move to the boon, how is he gonna make it to work if they move to the boonies?
There's no, it doesn't matter. I don't get him.
Most
I'm with you,
guys
and I'm pro women.
are so like, I gotta solve the problem for my wife because she's freaking out. But this guy's like, nah, sorry, bye.
Chill.
Oh no, that's rude. She's got to unpack that car with 2 kids running around.
This is why I picked this topic.
Fuck that guy.
Nikki could run in this one for 4 hours, and she could just sit here and say, it's great. I love it.
Guy's an idiot. Simple solutions. Dude, if I'm the wife, though,
Yeah.
I hire the movers or the TaskRabbits, and I don't tell him that I did that, and I make him feel bad. Like I packed up the whole.
Oh, that's
I unpacked
so good.
everything.
That's actually
because
really good.
Fuck you.
That's Machiavellian. That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that.
And I go to the spa.
While they're doing it.
Yeah, because I hired a babysitter too.
Yeah, fuck it.
I hired everyone.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so I'm glad that you made that extra paycheck.
You hired the uncle
I'm
who's
glad you made
insecure, and they're like, don't worry, this movie's running. So, okay.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole? Check this out. Why are you laughing?
I hate you.
Nobody makes you laugh like I do.
You're so fucking dumb.
Hey, nobody makes me laugh like you do, so fuck you too.
So dumb.
Check this out. Am I the asshole for refusing to vacation with my disabled friend anymore? Right? Should I just throw my phone out the window and we'll just say he's an asshole and like let's just move on with our lives?
Yeah.
Because who cares?
No, because then I have to defend the asshole.
Yeah, what do we gotta do? All we have to do is what? Stack dirt on top of this guy's corpse? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Oh God.
Okay, here we go.
Unless like the guy's not really disabled and he's like
no, he is
one of those people that injure themselves to be disabled.
No, he is.
Okay. Well then this guy sounds like an asshole.
Okay, here we go. Check this out.
Please don't cancel me if I don't think this guy's an asshole.
Please don't. See, that makes it okay.
Yeah.
Then you can't get canceled. Okay. I, female 30s, have a friend, Ashley. Female 30s as well. We have been friends since we were 13 years old. We drifted apart after high school, but stayed in touch. Ashley is disabled. She has fibromyalgia.
Okay.
We planned to go on a short vacation together to the city, which was Ashley's idea. We planned this over a year in advance to stay for 3 nights. The actual vacation was okay, but I found being around Ashley stressful. She's extremely overpacked. She brought 7 outfits, different types of hair dryers, and a bunch of other stuff that just wasn't needed. She was always complaining about how heavy her bags are. She insisted, I assume she means her actual bags and not her crypto bags. She insisted on going for long walks through the city, but then would get tired and say we needed to get a taxi home as she cannot walk back. The last straw for me was that Ashley had a full-on meltdown at the station. I walked her to the station. I wasn't getting the train back as we live in completely different areas. We got to the desk, and she asked the staff if there was a wheelchair available that she could use as she was struggling to walk any further to get to her platform. They said they were all being used, and after she asked if she booked assistance, and she had not. And they told her a chair should be available in around an hour. Ashley lost her cool, started yelling at them. Said she's going to miss her train, and she sat on the floor, and I tried to calm her down, but she was just, it was no use. She was very insulting, called them all names. It was very embarrassing.
Whoa.
I stayed with Ashley, and eventually the manager arrived with the chair. He helped Ashley, and she went home. 2 days after we got home, Ashley asked me if I'd be down for a similar vacation next year.
No.
I told her no thanks. I tried to explain to her that I think that after our experience, it's better we don't vacation together. Ashley's now angry with me and said I'm being ableist, but I struggle to put up with how disorganized she is in regards to her own needs.
No, actually, it just sounds like you're treating her the same as you would anyone else. Has nothing to... It sounds like...
Goddamn, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, hey, you're kind of like a jerk to people.
She's entitled.
It's like it doesn't matter who you are. If you yell at a waiter, I don't like you.
Yeah. If a waiter says we're out of hamburgers and I'm like, because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah. It's because I'm what? Because I'm a vegan?
Because I'm a woman?
Because I'm a vegan woman?
Yeah.
And like, yeah. You don't
it's like those two things don't have, they're not correlated.
Right.
So.
Well, being a vegan.
Like, it just sounds like this girl is really high maintenance. outside of a disability. She'd have like 7 hair dryers and a billion outfits or whatever, and then wants to go on expeditions, which you know how we feel about crazy expeditions when we're trying to go on vacation. We want to chill.
We're out on them.
We're down to chill.
We're out on them. Look, if we're there for 2 weeks, sure.
She doesn't match the vibe.
Exactly.
That's all.
She's not a chill vibe.
Yeah.
She's not a chill hang.
There are chill vibe disabled people, and there
Correct.
are not chill vibe disabled people, and there
Clearly from this
are
story.
chill vibe able people, and there are not chill vibe able people.
And we know all of them, apparently.
There's quadrants.
Yeah.
And she's just not chill.
By the way, me and Limo know all the not chill vibe.
We know we
able
got a
people.
list.
Oh yeah, we'll send it to you. We'll send it to you in PDF format.
PDF, yeah. It's an Excel sheet.
Yeah. You're gonna be like, thank you for saving me the time and money.
Yeah. I mean,
who wants to go on vacation and stress?
exactly.
You save up all year.
Yeah.
You get like $3,000 put aside to go chill for goddamn
But
9 days.
you know, I will say that unless I didn't want the friendship anymore, I probably wouldn't tell them why I don't want to go on vacation with them.
I do dig the directness, but you're
Me
right.
too.
You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
I dig the
I
directness.
dig the directness, but you're not
also,
wrong.
I'm like,
it's gonna
hurt feelings.
It's a direct hit.
yeah,
It's a direct
Yeah.
hit. Battleship sunk.
sunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I would just make up reasons why
Any
not.
excuse.
Yeah, I can't.
Hey, look, I'm editing
can't,
YouTube vids.
That I am
You know how it
editing
is.
YouTube video.
See? What you say, things you say to your
You think
husband.
that you think I'm not really
things
editing
you say to
YouTube?
your husband,
Okay.
for example.
Wow.
Where's the vids? I just have one thing to say. Where's the vids?
I posted a vid this week of me
Yeah,
cutting my
finally,
hair.
a vid. How many months you been editing vids?
I also posted a shit they don't tell you. Actually, I was supposed to post that today. Oops. I also posted an Ace Holes vid that I edited. And I'm editing a sketch. Hope that's okay. Also, I have a collab that I have to go fly out of state for.
Yeah,
And
it's fine.
I'm
What's your collab?
EPing
Yeah, right.
for a live stream that
Sounds like an excuse.
and I commentate
What do you mean you're
on
flying out
another
of
list.
state? For what? What collab?
So I hope that's okay.
Yeah, okay. Nobody believes you.
I edit in the time that I have in between all those things
Yeah, okay.
when I'm not cleaning out the fish tanks.
Which is all the time. Somehow it's all the time.
Listen,
Somehow she's cleaning out the fish tanks like 4 times a day. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah.
it's because I know my husband can't even pack up his office when his wife has COVID. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's just an old argument now. Who fixed the ice machine? Who fixed the vacuum cleaner? Who fixes motherfucking everything? Who destroys the ants?
Oh, I get it. So it's just the things that I don't ask you to do. Okay, got it. So if I want something done, I just have to make it, not ask you directly, but just be like, oh no, this thing needs to be done.
Nonsense.
Who will step in for it?
Yeah.
For it?
Not bad. Oh, well done.
Thanks.
Well done on your repost, but still alive.
Haven't edited videos. For 5 channels
What's
that I've worked
what
on.
videos? Come on. Get real.
I think my husband has a death wish. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for embarrassing my boyfriend in front of his dad by paying for my meal?
Okay.
Okay, English is not their first language, so forgive them. But most people, I would say the same for, because grammar is nuts on this site.
Yeah.
Me and my boyfriend have been dating for a few months, 18 female, 18 male. I can't talk with my best friend about this problem because she already dislikes him for other reasons.
Okay.
I don't mind
Off
being
to a bad
quote,
start.
Yeah, I don't mind being quote spoiled sometimes, but I also don't mind splitting the bill. But his behavior, it's getting out of hand. I'm struggling financially, and he knows he is rich, in parentheses. So I often decline dates, but he insists by saying he'll cover everything when we talk about my financial problems. The reality is that he rarely pays the whole bill. It's not his duty, and it's nice when he does, since he's able to. But sometimes he makes me pay more when my part is less by keeping my change, and sometimes I cover the whole bill. The worst part is he doesn't ask beforehand, but he asks in front of the waiter when they come with the bill, and I find it embarrassing because I think he's about to pay. And then when he asks, I'm super stunned, and often so is the waiter.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this guy's like, he's like, He's sitting there waiting, and then he doesn't say a thing. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll cover you. It's fine." And then when the waiter comes, he's like, "Oh, you gonna pay, babe, or what's up?"
You split the bill.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, one time he bought museum tickets for a museum he wanted to visit and said, "You owe me 14 quid if you want to go." What am I supposed to say? No, I don't. Of course I would pay it. Quid is
Yeah, I got it.
yeah, I'm really cultured. I know about that. Yesterday we went to a restaurant with his parents, but we ate at different tables. His dad paid for his mom, and when we had to pay, I knew he would ask for my half, so I gave the money to him without questions. When we got out, his dad approached us and joked about him making me pay and asked why, and I said, "Don't worry, sir, I'm used to it," in a joking way. When I went home, he texted that he was offended because his dad argued with him, saying he was given a bad impression by not acting like a gentleman. I'm sorry because that comment just slipped out of my mouth because I was nervous. What do I do now? This one feels hella real.
Yeah, it does.
This one feels hella real. Some of this stuff feels like performative, fucking creative writing stuff. This one just feels really real.
Yeah.
From someone who's like, I don't know how I fucked this one up, but I guess I did.
Yeah. No, I don't think you're the asshole. I mean, your boyfriend sounds like a scrub.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are 18, so I can't really. I can't come down too hard on.
We don't know what kind of content he's consuming.
Exactly.
Perhaps he's like,
and
you make these bitches prove it and all this shit.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're watching out there.
Yeah, because don't let them be gold diggers.
These bitches is gold diggers. Hey, you're gonna have to pay for them later. Might as well have them pay now.
But yeah, but they shouldn't get a job either because they should be housewives and have kids. Anyway, yeah, I don't. The guy just didn't like that it was a bad look in front of his dad. Well, then don't give a bad look in front of your dad. What's your problem?
Dude,
like, then pay for the bill.
How about don't let a bad story be told about you because you've just been like rocking the whole time?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that hard?
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do think this is a good example, though, of like something that's going on in our culture right now.
Yeah.
Where hella people are like, well, no, but like you want to be a feminist, right? And so it's like you should pay the bill and
I know,
shit.
it's really confusing. I get her perspective because it's like she doesn't want him to think. She even said it's not his duty to pay the bill. It's like she just didn't want to give the idea that she could afford it when she couldn't. So then when the guy's like, well, I'll pay, and then he doesn't pay, then that's messed up.
My big thing is like, where's the friction, right? Like, if it's really easy for you to do something, is it not like polite to just handle it?
Right.
Like, if it's extremely difficult for you to do something and people know it's a heavier lift.
Okay, so I don't love the argument because then it's like, oh, I'm obligated to do it because it's easier for me or whatever.
Yeah.
But she's not even saying that. I hate the part that he tells her he's going to pay for it and then takes it away.
That's what I'm saying. So like I've been, look, no, trust me. I've been to many dinners with big old tubers where like the family's just sitting on their wallets and shit, basically sitting on their hands and like putting their head under the table when the bill comes because they know big old tuber's going to handle it.
Yeah.
But then there's a difference between that and like what you're talking about where like
they offer.
The guy comes out and says, I'm going to cover this shit. And like, imagine like this tuber coming out and being like, I handle my family shit. Don't even worry about it. I fucking got them. And like, yeah, I fucking love you, brother. I got you forever. Don't even worry about anything. And then the bill comes and he's like, come on, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a different thing.
I don't get the draw to this guy, really.
Correct.
I mean, maybe he's got a great personality and we're just seeing this one aspect of the relationship, which is them going on dates.
Maybe he has nice arms.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with the best friend.
Yeah.
This guy sucks.
This guy sucks.
This guy sucks. This guy sucks.com.
He sucks.com.org.
Yeah.
.gov maybe.
.gov.
.edu.
Would you ever leave me to unpack an entire moving van?
You know me.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
What are you talking about?
I know.
I would. The idea of you even picking something up that is too heavy for you is so offensive to me.
I can't imagine.
I took over the kitty litters in our house. I do all the kitty litters.
Yeah.
And that's not like, oh, congrats, Steve,
I didn't
you're
ask
such a
him
good
to do
guy.
that.
Yeah, I just was like, dude, Nikki's back is already fucked. We might as well like put a little less wear and tear on it because Lord knows I'm putting enough wear and tear on it, blowing it out every fucking weekend.
Okay, Mark.
Right,
out,
Ma? Right,
out,
Ma?
Out.
Mark,
out.
in.
Out.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like, I might as well do what I can to like alleviate your shit.
I mean, my brain keeps going to that thing. I'm like, why would, what the hell? I know that's
even
going
if
back.
you take her luggage, I'm like, it's offensive to me. Like watching you take luggage down the stairs, I'm like, what the fuck? Just tell me. Like, just tell me.
I know, you're so strong.
Well, but even like, you know, your friends or anybody, I'm like, why are you doing that? Let me just do it. Who gives a fuck?
Even when we weren't dating, we were just friends. Like you would hold bags and stuff.
Thanks to my mother, I was raised to not be comfortable if someone was doing something that I could do
easily.
Yeah, exactly. It's that simple. Thanks to my mother.
Yeah.
And my mom used to make my mom wouldn't let me even sit in the front because my sister got to sit in the front.
So that's kind of like to your point with this last story. Like if you can do something easily, why would you make someone else do half of it?
That's it. I just don't get that part. Just drives me up the wall. If it's heavy friction for someone else, and it's frictionless for you, just do it.
Yeah.
I like to live my life that way. I really do. I believe in that. That's a tenet of one of my core values.
Me too. Like we all have strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
So if something's easy for me, like, and it's hard for you.
Yep.
I would do it.
Damn right.
That doesn't make sense.
Hey, that's why Crypto Corner exists.
Yeah.
I turned a small amount of money into a big amount of money quite a few times. But winning alone was very boring. Very, very boring.
Yeah.
Like listening to desert winds, right? But like doing it together with people that I love, there's nothing more rewarding that I've ever done, ever.
Right.
And so that's, to me, the use case, that what it's all about. So.
All right. Well, there you go, guys. Let us know in the comments if you think any of those people were assholes that we didn't think were assholes, or vice versa. Let us know why. If you think our opinions suck about them, let us know. And be sure to check out our Patreon. It helps out the show a lot. We do all the things we mentioned before. And you get the show a day early and all kinds of other perks. What else? Share with your friends.
Yeah.
Say hi to Mark.
Oh, please say hi to Mark.
Even though it sounds like a very abusive name, but
yeah, agreed.
Say hi to Mark. And we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.